This is definitely not clickbait, so just sit back and relax and enjoy the video, guys. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy Anime Mega Reviews, and today I got a short little video, kind of a little theory, but maybe a little bit of explained video as well. And I'm going to be doing it on Acier Silva, and I'm going to be making the case that she was at least, if not close to, Wizard King level. Now I know some people may disagree about that, but I'm going to be making some statements here, and not all of it is going to be a theory. So obviously, you know, if we look at the history of Acier Silva and when she was around, of course it was going to be a little bit after the time that the Dark Triad had took over the Spade Kingdom, and this is going to be very important, especially as we get to it later in this video. But anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it. So for starters, if you guys don't know who Acier Silva is, if anyone's watching this video and may be kind of unclear about some of the information that was given about her, she was the late and great mother of Noelles Silva. You already know who Noelle is. You know, she is pretty much, I believe, at least maybe top 5 magic knights in the Clover Kingdom right now. You know, Noelle's doing her thing right now. She's going to become very powerful. However, this video is not necessarily about Noelle, it's about her mother. So who was her mother? Well, for starters, she was a magic knight captain in the Clover Kingdom. And also, she was a noble of the Silva family. You know, the family that pretty much had stole the mana away from the elves. Well, one of the families, and basically they had inherited the mana through generations of generations, and that is the reason why many of the nobles in the Black Clover universe are just insanely strong. I mean, I think we just have to put that in there. Without the elves, the nobles would not be anywhere near as strong as they are now. However, she did possess steel magic, and steel magic is a very strong magical element. However, it is weak to fire. That's the one main thing that I saw when I was researching this, that I didn't even know that. Steel is weak to fire, apparently. However, she does possess some unique abilities. She was able to use, of course, the Valkyrie dress, which is what Noelle uses. Also, her son, which is Noelles, uses Mercury magic, which I believe is a form of steel magic. However, Mercury is poisonous, so that's probably where Noelles is going to have that edge. Almost said Noelle, but I meant Noelles. They have similar names. Also, not to be left out, was that she was a captain in the Clover Kingdom, and we know how powerful the captains are. I mean, let's just state this, just facts. The captains in the Clover Kingdom are way stronger than what we first had suspected. I saw this in a recent Black Clover episode, and I was just amazed by the progress and everything that the captains are doing, including Flugolion. So if Acier was a part of that club, then man, she was definitely powerful. Now, this is one statement that is from the anime. I'm not exactly sure if it's canon, but she was stated to be the strongest Magic Knight captain, and we also know that Julius was a captain during this time. I would definitely say that was 16 years ago. Most likely, Julius did come up with a little more power in those past 16 years after her death. However, I will still say that Julius during that time was insanely powerful. Also, Marilyn Leona has stated that they have fought many times, her and Acier, and she never beat Acier even once. And I know that some people may say, well, that was 16 years ago. Most likely Marilyn Leona at her current power level could defeat Acier. However, Marilyn Leona has stated herself that she never beat Acier. So that means out of all the times that they had fought, she wasn't even close to her power level. So that means that literally it could have taken her 16 years just to catch up to Acier's power level. And that's just something just to think about. If I beat somebody once or twice out of 100 and something times, that's not really a competition. That's just a stomp. I have to level up. I have to get my power level up. So again, this was Marilyn Leona, most likely when she was a lot younger. So yeah, I'm kind of giving that a pass, but at the same time, Acier is extremely powerful. However, what makes her near Wizard King level? Like, what makes her even touching that base? Well, for starters, we have to talk about one of the members of the Dark Triad before we kind of get into Acier's power level, because I know you guys are saying, like, Anime Mega Reviews, how would she even touch this level? Like, what evidence can you really give? Well, for starters, we have to look at who Vonica is. Vonica of the Dark Triad, who is currently being possessed by Magicula, who is a high-ranking demon, and we know that demons are insanely powerful. We look at Zagreus, we look at Lucifera, we even look at the anti-magic demon, who is not even necessarily a mature demon. However, you know, he's just getting into his bag. But really just putting all the other demons aside and just talking about Vonica specifically, when we look at Vonica and what she has been shown to do so far in the series, she is insanely powerful. She was facing up against Lopatrika so many times throughout their entire history, because it looks like they do have history together. It looks like they fought many times. And Loro Let me just say this. She is Wizard King level. Anyone that disagrees with that, I hate to say this, but you're just an idiot. I'm sorry. Like, her mana level was stated to be equal to or basically over all of the Magic Knight captains in the Clover Kingdom. She is Wizard King level. She is the Heart Queen of her kingdom. She also has the experience of literally hundreds of lifetimes, and she has a water spirit. This woman is insanely powerful. And our girl Vonica was just facing off against Laurel, most likely just for fun. I don't even necessarily think that Dante or Xenon had ordered her to fight Laurel that many times, but she will do what she wants to do. That seems like Vonica. And throughout the course of their battles, most likely Vonica had got stronger, or at least it was a stalemate. And why is this really important? Like, how does this relate back to Acier? Well, it was revealed recently in the Black Clover chapters that Acier had faced off against Vonica. Now, why is this really big? In order for anyone to be able to face off against a Dark Triad member and be on equal ground, they at least have to be approaching Wizard King level or be at Wizard King level. We have Yami facing off against Dante, and most likely Julius. I think Julius will win off against Dante as well. However, we know that Yami is at least around Wizard King level or getting to that level pretty soon. If Acier was able to face off against Vonica and stalemate her, that's just a testament to her power. Now, some people may be wondering if Acier faced off against a Vonica that was over 70%. Yeah, I think so. I can see Vonica kind of not necessarily really training and just staying at 70% for a while. However, I believe that most likely it was a stalemate because Vonica and Magicula had cursed Acier to die. Now, why is this very important? Well, for one thing, knowing Vonica's character, if a person is strong enough to stalemate her, she's most likely going to curse them. Now, I believe that this is according to the Dark Triad plans, because if Vonica was having trouble taking out Laurel or Acier, most likely cursing them would just be the best option. Why? Because they still have the goal to open up the Tree of Cliff-Off and bring the demons to the world. They don't really have time to just keep fighting the same person over and over and over again. So most likely this is Magicula's trap card in case Vonica just doesn't do what she's supposed to do. And this is very important because most likely if Vonica could kill Acier outright, she would do it. The same thing with Laurel. So most likely, I just have to say that Acier was at least approaching the level of Wizard King, and if she was still alive to train more, I think that she would have been on equal footing with Julius. Now, Julius had 16 years to train and get stronger, so that's the reason why I believe that he is stronger than Acier. However, at the same time, I definitely believe that Acier would be a second close to him in terms of power when we look at the Clover Kingdom Magic Knights. Now, of course, we do have to look at Yami now because Yami, Yami was a small fry back then. Yami really wasn't making that much, waves back then. So possibly, Yami might be second or third as well. However, we do have to tip our hats to Acier. Now, I'm not saying that definitely Acier is Wizard King level, but I think they have enough evidence to at least point in that direction, or at least she was touching that footing. It would have been a candidate sooner or later if she would not have died, sadly, before her time. Anyway, that does it for me today, folks. Make sure you smash the subscribe button if you're new. Also hit the like button as well. And comment down below and tell me what you guys thought about this video. This is a very interesting topic that I was debating last night. And I was like, I know there's some evidence to at least point into the direction that she was touching that level. And people need to start putting a respect on her name because she's going to be a big part in this series, especially coming up in the manga. Even though she's dead, she definitely does have a lasting impact on Noelle. And I just can't wait to see how Noelle really steps into those shoes and becomes her mother. And as always, make sure you guys stay safe out there, and peace.